What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Daily Misfire. Today's gonna be a fun day because the seats are almost going in. We got that all done. That debacle's done. Hopefully you've seen that. But we are going back in time a little bit for you, and that is because we need to put carpet in the car. And that is Auto Custom Carpets Inc. sells carpet kits for really affordable. These are like $200. Super affordable for carpet because they come with all the sound deadener and everything. I haven't gotten these out yet. But because we were going to the bucket seats in the car, the carpet turn is different. There's the jute sound deadener pad that's on the bench seat that goes all the way across. It's not actually carpet. So you would have this big huge jute panel in the middle that would be kind of gross looking. And my carpet has seen better days for sure. I'll show you real quick. The old carpet has certainly had better days. We'll probably end up using it on the wagon at some point because the wagon doesn't really care and it'll be good material for it. But this is for a 66 or 67, I don't know if it fits the earlier ones, but a 66 or 7 bucket seat floor shift car. So that should be the perfect situation for us. So we're gonna work on, we got the floor already cleaned up. We need to finish painting the roll bar. We gotta do a few more things. We gotta get the shifter out. But hopefully in this video you'll see us transform this car from this to in like 20 minutes for you. It'll take us all weekend, but for you it'll be like 20 minutes. So with that being said, we're going to work on the shifter. We're going to see what else we have to do, but we're going to paint because painting is fun and it's something that we can all do. So with that, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Time lapse.
Band riffing. Should we put that window down?
Alright, by miraculous ideas, we were able to get the shifter undone. So now, yeah,
Good.
pull the lever.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, get that carpet, get that junk out of there. Yeah. Ta-da! Woo!
It's the first time I'm actually able to hold your shifter.
It's been in this car forever. Loose as crap. Because, you know. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Now the shifter gets to be moved back.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure that out.
Maybe.
But it's loose now, so now we can put the carpet in. So that's good. Yeah, that's not. Someone should have put some sort of cover around that.
Get off the bar.
It's dry. Look at it. It's fine now. We're good. Yeah, we got to move all that stuff. We got to get the lockup switch unbolted from the car, so that's the next thing I gotta. I know I put that in after the fact though, so that can come out. That's easy.
Okay.
We'll get that guy next. All right, so like I said before, we have ordered the auto. Let me see if we can create. There you go. We have ordered the Auto Custom Carpets Inc. carpet kit for the car. It was $220, I think, off of Amazon. Which for a carpet kit isn't bad. there's the look at that. Alright, so one thing that I'm doing, that I'm redoing, I guess, so as you've already seen, before we throw the carpet in, we have that Silas sound ender that's very similar to Killmat, Dynamat. It's very similar, basically the exact same idea. I threw what's left that I have just in certain spots to try to make the resonation a little bit better. I did the same thing on the ceiling of the car right there. There's 3 panels up there. But this is basically the jute that you also get in the carpet that I got years ago from a speed shop that was locally in Sacramento. And it's super cheap. It's less than $100 for a roll. It'll do the entire interior of your car. But what it does is it adds a little bit, that extra little bit of sound barrier, and it's also a little bit extra insulation, so it keeps the interior warmer, colder, depending on, you know, time of year. If you have AC in the car, it'll keep it a little bit warmer or cooler inside because it'll won't allow heat in as much. It's kind of just a good overall thing. I'm also reusing some of the original carpet jute on the back underneath the back seat. I'm just trying to like just stack it up as much as I can underneath the back seat. It's just something you can do if you have like material like that laying around. You can use that. It'll help. Anything like that will help. But yeah, so we got to get the flex fixed. We got to get all that tape retaped on everything I can. But you can see we're cutting and fitting with the bucket seats. It's all a little bit different. So I think it's coming along, and we're going to get pretty much most of the floor itself covered. So I think it should look pretty good. I think pretty good. There's a few little spots that I kind of messed up, but I think it's overall good. I was ended up using, because I couldn't find my flex tape, I ended up using duct tape of all things. But this is literally like the worst duct tape I've ever had in my life. Like, look how thin that is. Like, you can literally see my finger through it. Most of the time, duct tape is like the stuff that you'll peel your hair off your arm and stuff like that. This barely connects to anything. Which honestly for this right here is good because it won't rip off that insulation. It's just enough to kind of like give a nice adhesion to where it's all kind of like one piece. You know, you can kind of see how it still moves around a little bit. So if you need to pull it out of the car, you can. It's not that big of a deal like how I did before with the flex tape. But yeah, so we've gotten all around the hoop. I think it's pretty tight around there. And the main thing that it does, and you can hear it, is basically... That's the main thing that it does. So with that, I think we're pretty close. I'm gonna grab the carpet and we'll start working on getting that carpet worked in here. I think we'll start front to back. So we'll go the back side first and kind of roll it in, get this side all nice and square where we need it, and then work it that way. It looks like it hasn't been cut or has absolutely 0 holes in it. So what we'll end up doing is, I don't know if my blowtorch has enough gas in it. There's a little bit in here. What you can do, and I can show, what you can do a lot of times is you can use this with a rod, and you can stick the rod through with, you like give it hot, and then you basically just push it through. So instead of having to drill or cut holes, like cut slashes or X's in the carpet, it gives you a nice circle. It's something you can do. I've done in the past. I learned it from, I think, Finnegan's Garage. But with that, we'll at least get the carpet in, and we'll kind of see what it looks like. So let's do that. Ready and go. Alright, so it's not perfect, but to get around the hoop and everything with the carpet and not having to like actually undo everything, I think that's gonna be pretty tight. And if you really want to, you can always put a boot or something. You can kind of boot over it to kind of make it go in there. And I know technically, like we've said before, this is not an NHRA approved hoop and down bars. It's not. It's never going to be. I think if you were going to, you'd have to have all that showing, and like proving what it is. But you can also look underneath. So with that though, I think looks really good. It'll tie underneath the kick panel right here. It's gonna lock in when we put the sail panel or the door panel on. I think that'll look good. I gotta do the same thing to that side. It'll cut the short on it, and then we can get the seat down over it. We gotta get those slits cut in it. We got to get the seatbelt mounts right here, right there, cut into it. There's another one over here, right there. I guess that's one thing that I forgot to mention earlier. It's a good thing to put all your hardware in that you need. Aside from like holes like this on the seat brackets, obviously you'll just kind of have to feel around for those. But any bolt holes that are like that are hard, so you're not trying to look for them, you know, trying to feel feel around for the hole. You can also go from the other side and you can kind of poke through that way. But like I said, the easy way to kind of find them is, you know, like that, and then, hey, look, there it is, ta-da. It's really not that big of a deal, but I think that looks really good in there. I think that's gonna look. I'm excited. I'm gonna stay up till like 1 o'clock in the morning tonight working on this because I want this carpet in this car. All right, so what I've done in the past and what I did on that side, this is a little bit bigger than the hole that it needs to be, but for these it won't matter a ton. It's more about just showing you guys this idea, this little hack. So the bolts right here, I got this guy right here. This is actually one of our jack handles, and what I end up doing, get your little propane heat torch. You get your propane torch, you heat up whatever pull rod stick you're going to be using, and you go right over where you want it to go. I need to make it a little bit hotter. Yeah. But that's the general gist of it, is you do that. This got pulled off pretty quickly. The other quick way you can go about this is feel out where the head of the bolt is and use whatever pliers or cutters you have and just kind of work your way around it. It's not rocket science, but you'll kind of work your way around it and you'll end up getting a nice little kind of hole out of the deal. And it'll symbolize kind of exactly where you want it. So I'm going to do that for this one real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, and you get this nice little circle, or however, you know, whatever you call that, a circle thingy, and you get a nice little hole like that, and you have access now to that hole that you need to have for your seat belts, and it's super easy to deal with. So now, you know, just gotta keep doing that. It's a whole lot of fun. Carpet's a whole lot of fun. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when you have everything else on top of it, and you have, you know, the seats in here, you got all your crap in here, it looks killer. It's gonna look so much better than it did at the end of the day. I'm actually genuinely excited with how this car is gonna look once I have it all pretty much together, ready to rock and roll. So yeah, I'm gonna get that hole popped in, and we're gonna work on getting those kind of popped in, and then, like I said, I'll work on this side. You'll probably get a time lapse of that, and then hopefully you'll get kind of a jump cut to what the interior looks like in a wrap up for this video. Yeah, so with that, I'll just get back to doing this, and we'll see how far I get tonight. Alright, so a little bit of flash forward in time real quick, just so you can kind of see. We don't have the seats in just quite yet, but like I said, we can get the carpet in, we're going to get the back seat in, I got to get the package tray in. Got the bottom half in, all the seat belts are back in, we have the door panels are back in, or I guess, I don't know, quarter panel, inner corner panels, I don't know what those are. Sail panels, whatever you want to call these guys, they're back in. Got the first piece of carpet in, got the second piece of carpet chilling on the hood right now. I think I'm going to have to take the shifter completely out of the car in order to get that piece in, but we are very, very, very close. Yeah, this is very exciting. It's currently 11:38 at night, but I'm going to try to get this, at least this first piece of carpet, at least in the car, and I want to get the back seat completely done, so at least that's done. But I think this is very exciting. This is very motivational right now. But yeah, like you saw before, the seats are all done. They're pretty much ready to drop in whenever we got this. I mean, once this is all done, I mean, we're ready to rock and roll. So This is one of those deals where it takes about an hour and a half to pull the entire interior out of this car. It takes about 2 weeks to get it back in. Especially the way I want to try to get things done. I want to try to get it done, quote unquote, the right way. But yeah, so I just wanted to share. Yeah, I just wanted to show a little bit of a quick update, and then we're gonna time lapse back to hopefully the back seat's at least done, and hopefully this carpet's at least in. We may not have all the holes drilled, or the seats might not be sitting in it, but hopefully at least there's carpet. So. Alright, well, I've got the vast majority of the carpet really in. I gotta do some massaging and cutting and make these panels fit in, get the seats in, gotta get the shifter moved back. I probably got another 4 or 5 hours probably worth of work. It is currently 1:15 in the morning, so I'm gonna go in the house, take a cold shower, and chill for a little bit. And then I'll come back out here in the morning, and there's some wiring we gotta do. I'm hearing things. But the cool thing is, the car smells like it's a carpet store. It smells like you walk down the aisle in Home Depot that has all the carpet for sale. And, you know, they do the big, huge vending machine with carpet rolls. That's what it smells like in here, which is kind of cool. Yeah, feel like you're in a new house every time you go somewhere. But the cool thing is, like I said, carpet's basically in. Back seat's in totally. We got everything in the back seat. All these panels are in. We got to get the little trim piece along the side. The little molding piece is like this. It needs to go down this side too. They're sitting over there. We got to get those guys back on, which isn't that big of a deal. Dome light needs to go up, which that wiring goes along there. It goes, I think, along this way actually. Yeah, we got to get that in. Got to get the holes and everything set up for the shifter, move it back, get it where it needs to be. That way it's set and solid. Get the seats in. Then we got to make a panel and make a bracket set up for that switch panel somewhere in the middle. But I think this is a huge step forward for today, and I think we're gonna be it's gonna be pretty sick. I'm delusional, so forgive me a little bit. But we're very close. And this is 10 times better than what I think it was before. And I think it's going to look fantastic when we're done. So with that, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And with that, I think I'm going to end this video off right here. I realized I didn't have an ending to this video as I was ending it, so here it is. We got quite a bit done on the carpet. I think it looks very good. It's much more polished, looks a lot cleaner inside the car. I gotta vacuum, get all my crap picked up out of it after I get done with all my wiring and stuff, but I'm actively moving the shifter. That'll be another video. We got new race clip 5-point harnesses. That'll be another video. Yeah, there's just a lot going on right now. So hopefully you'll see the end product of the interior very soon. But ACC carpet is very, very, very solid. It's very well-made carpet. And I'll leave you off with a little bit of history about ACC as a company. What's really cool about them is all of their molds that they have are the original molds from GM. I don't know about all the other companies, but I know GM for sure, and I think some of the other ones too. They bought the original molds for a lot of the carpets from back in the 60s and 70s. So when you order a, say, 66 or 7 Nova carpet, it's literally the mold that they made originally with those. So when GM was designing these cars and they made all the stuff, they had molds, kind of like how they have plastic molds, or I guess, I don't know if 3D printing does the same thing, but like when they have the big whole plastic, and it makes, plastic bodies and stuff like RC cars and stuff like that. It's all very much the same thing. And so ACC, when they were discontinuing all that stuff, they bought all of them from GM, from Ford, I believe Chrysler too. So when you buy, like I said, ACC carpets, it's literally GM, numbers. It's very, very replicated. It's pretty much near match and identical to what it would have been from the factory. So what you're doing to fit these, if you have a little bit of trimming, a little bit of this, a little bit of that to do, it's pretty much the exact same thing they would have had to do from the factory. So it's kind of a cool little history thing about ACC. Makes it easy to put stuff in. You know you're getting a good product when you get it from them. And like I said, the carpet, it fits perfectly. It's a little bit darker than the rest of the car, but I don't mind. It's fine. We'll work on I'll finish detailing the roll bar. We'll get the seats in. Got to get the seatbelts in. Got to finish up all that stuff. Not to mention, I got to get an engine back in the car. There's your sneak peek on what the engine's going to look like. It's going to be sick. But I'll leave you guys off right there. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along as we get the Nova built back on the drag strip in preparation for 6 Smokies in October. That's going to be really exciting because that car is going too. And as you can see, the engine's also out of it. So if you want to help support the channel, the best way you can do is go buy merch at thedailymisfire.com and go buy some t-shirts, some really cool stuff. Hopefully in the next week or two, we'll have a 6 Smokies t-shirt coming out very soon. I'm really excited about that one. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.